What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to this Just In podcast, episode 31. After a 1 week hiatus, I was on vacation. We weren't able to get an episode in. After 30 weeks, we missed one, but we're back now with episode 31. As always, I'm Justin. I'm joined here by my co-host, Jared. Jared, how you doing today?
Doing solid. Cavs hopefully pulling the game out while we're recording it just before halftime. So hopefully they're doing well, but doing solid in general.
Yeah, they're playing some solid ball. No Mitchell tonight, but
no Mitchell, and we're only down 2, I think, probably right now. So not horrible.
Could definitely be worse.
Could definitely be worse.
We're gonna get this episode started with how we always start, around our blind rankings. So you want to go first, or you want to go first? What do you think?
I'll start this one off, per usual. But start with the release of the Guardian City Connects. I got 2 blind ranking City Connect jerseys.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna bring up Google just in case I need to look at some.
Okay, so for the first one, we got the San Diego Padres.
Ooh, I don't know if I know the Padres City Connects.
They got like the
I actually
green,
do.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good. I'm gonna go 2. I really like those.
Okay.
Those are clean.
Next up, we got the Seattle Mariners.
The Mariners. I think I know what the Mariners ones look
They're like all blue, and they got the Seattle in yellow across the middle.
Mariners City Connects. You know what? I'm not a fan. I'm gonna go 4.
Okay.
I'm not a fan.
Next one, we got the newest on this list. We got Philly.
Philly. I think I know the Phillies ones.
Or the blue, kind of the fading blue.
The
like
Phillies
the
City Connects.
Philly across the middle.
Those are terrible.
Yeah.
Those are so bad.
They are very questionable. All right, next we got Baltimore.
Baltimore. I think this is gonna be my one, but let me look them up just to confirm. Just to confirm, the Baltimore City Connects. Yeah, this is my one.
Okay.
The pattern is so good.
It is.
That pattern is so nice.
So would you leave?
I left the 3.
In your 3, you have the Texas Rangers.
I think I like that. I think I'm happy with that.
That's not a bad list. That's pretty good.
What
I probably would have swapped Seattle and Texas. I think Seattle at 4 is a little questionable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a fan of that scheme, I guess. But it's not.
I like the hats and the helmet they use with the trident with it.
Yeah,
the jersey itself is but like when they put it all together, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the Guardians ones at the release.
They do. I like them, even though some people don't.
Dude, people are just hating on them because they don't like the rest of the City Connects. But when an actual one gets released, they don't like.
They'll probably look good on the players. They look really good on the players.
Yeah, like they look good. I don't.
Yeah, I like them. So we'll have to. I don't know when they're debuting them. I'll be at the game the 18th against the Twins, so maybe they debut them there.
That might be when they're debuting. My brother told me one of the days. I can't remember.
Yeah, hopefully, because those would be sick to see.
I think I'm gonna get one. I think I'm getting one of the City Connects.
Yeah, whoever I buy, they're getting shipped.
Because I've been rocking an outdated like Sinshu Chu.
I could rock the Josh Bell.
Dude, I wanted to get a Naylor one, but they only released Jose.
They're so expensive though. I think I saw a Naylor one was $400.
Yeah, Jose's for like $180. That's doable.
That's crazy that Naylor's is more expensive than Jose's.
But it's safer because we have a Jose under contract, so.
Yeah. So you would think that, yeah, that's crazy. Well, yeah, hopefully I might snag one. I'll see.
I think I'm gonna snag. I need something to go to games, man.
I know. I don't have anything right now besides the
Josh Bell.
As I said earlier, the Josh Bell. But
questionable purchase.
He was raking yesterday. Love to see that
for the Marlins.
He was raking. I still keep up with it.
Bro's got the Josh Bell card on reel.
Not yet, but I
don't even.
I could dabble. Nah, with WNBA coming out, I gotta save for that.
I gotta save for those WNBA cards.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've got another weird one here.
Of course it's weird. It's always weird.
Hardware tools.
Hardware? Oh, what are we doing? is
So
unreal.
we'll go with one of the things that holds everything together, right? Screws.
Screws. Okay, I thought you were gonna go nail the description, but Screw's a great player. We're gonna it gets a lot of things done, so we're gonna put it in the two.
Okay. And you can't have the screws without the screwdriver. So
True. So it's kind of it's kind of like the Jordan and a Pippen, I guess. So I'm gonna slot him in the three.
okay.
Gets the essentials in there when we need it.
Next here we got maybe some people would say the most important, the ruler. So you can have even measurements.
The ruler.
You gotta be able to measure if you're building.
True. I think it's too one-dimensional sometimes.
Fair.
It's essential, but it's very one-dimensional. So I'm gonna put it in the four.
Okay. No, I get that. I get that. Next we've got another classic. Maybe not the most useful, but a classic. We got duct tape.
Okay, duct tape. This is gonna go in the five for me. I think it's a very specific item. You know, you're not really like when you're putting stuff together. You're not like, I need the duct tape right away. You know,
Fair.
so it's gonna go in the five for me.
And I think you smashed this list because at the last one you left the hammer.
There it is. Come on,
You smashed
bang
that.
the hardware to his list. That's
That-
very rare.
Yeah, I wouldn't change anything for that. You could say that you nailed it.
Oh wow, he's so corny, unreal. He didn't even put the nail in there. That's what I was waiting for, to be honest.
Bro, that was like top 3 jokes, bro.
Top three is that's questionable, but you know, I'll let it ride.
Hey, yo. Yeah, okay, so getting on, we're going to talk about the NBA playoffs here a little bit. Probably go just series by series again. Actually, where I want to start is Dallas, Oklahoma City.
Okay, I like starting here.
I had Dallas in my conference finals, and
I had
you
the
made a
Clippers.
coin flip for the Los Angeles Clippers in our
I
bracket.
did because I thought I really liked the Clippers at the beginning of the year, just in general. I liked the vibe that they had. But yeah, but at the end of the day, even if the Mavs made it, I would have had them going over Oklahoma City. So
Yeah, at the moment, Dallas is in a really good spot.
they are. Yeah, the age is finally catching up to Oklahoma City. They're just not. They're too much of a like aura or vibes team going into the year, and it's kind of. I don't think they've really had like that time where they need to like lock it in and like solidify themselves, because they've always just been like at the top, and you know they've been hovering around there. So when it comes down to real basketball, I think Dallas is kind of putting it together faster and more efficient than Oklahoma City.
I probably expect Dallas to win this in maybe 6.
Yeah.
I think they just look like the better team. Luka's starting to play better. He had a rough first series. Starting to play better. He's getting beat up, taking a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Still playing good ball. I think this series reminds me a lot of like the Knicks Pacers one on the other side, where you're playing for the privilege to lose in the conference finals.
Yeah.
There's that other Western Conference series, Minnesota Denver, is one of the weirdest series I think I've
There's been no like close.
No one's won a home game.
No one's won a home game. Yeah.
What a home game. Like,
It's been so weird.
when Minnesota went up 2-0, I'm like, okay, they have this in the bag. And then they just looked awful at home. Like, what are they doing?
Game 3 kind of felt like a trap game in general. So that kind of made sense in my mind that Denver would come out fighting. But
Game 4 and look that bad.
But Game 4 was bad. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what's happening.
But Edwards wants to play.
Yeah, Game 5 will be big. It's going to be a tone game. Really decide who's going to, figure it out and then push that. So, I don't know. Unless somehow Minnesota dominates in Denver like they have the first 2 games. But, yeah, it's just Jokic is cooking not in Denver, which is really weird.
It is weird.
In my mind.
I still think Minnesota can win this series. I still think they're my pick for this one.
I think they can. I think whoever wins this next game will win the series.
I think whoever wins this series makes the finals for me, I think.
That too. I agree with that.
Either one of these teams are better than Oklahoma or
100%. Yeah, 100%.
I think, however, Minnesota has the better chance to beat Boston in a finals. than Denver.
Yes,
I think the matchup is better
Mhm.
for Minnesota.
As long as Minnesota, because Minnesota would definitely be able to control the paint. And then all they have to worry about is shooting from Boston, which they're good at. But when you have Cat and Gobert to hopefully lock it down, even though they these past 2 games, but you know, it's a different vibe in the finals, and so as long as you carry that momentum to positives on the court, it should pan out well.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun series to keep an eye on. I've been able to watch every game but game 2 in that series. I'm going to keep watching that because that series is so much fun. Moving over to the East, let's talk about probably the most rigged series other than the Sixers-Knicks. It's Knicks-Pacers. The Knicks are once again caught in a referee controversy where they get handed basketball games. Let's see. It should have been 1-1 heading out of New York. Because of the illegal screen and the kickball that wasn't a kickball.
Yes.
They got handed a game in New York. They actually that series started out the same way that the Sixers did. It should have been 1-1 coming out of New York, and it was 2-0. However, Indiana tied it up.
Yes, that's in a big way too.
They dominated home court.
OG is very vital to that team, and it's really crazy.
The question, I saw a lot of people discussing this about this series, is Tom Thibodeau's like rotation of playing his guys a ton of minutes starting to catch up? Like, are they starting to get tired?
It probably is, because Indiana is a very fast-paced team. They love to shoot and just, play very offensive. And so when you lose a guy like OG and you need people to step up defensively against that type of team, it's going to catch up after 2 games, especially in the playoffs, where you want to maximize guys' potential and like scoring and stuff like that. And so when you're stuck trying to play defense, and then if you can't score, it's gonna work really bad. But MSG is a different place, but I think Indiana's kind of taking it well. I don't think they really care that much about playing in New York, so I can definitely see Indiana maybe taking the next 2. Who knows? If they get a win in New York, it'll be really big for them.
Yeah,
so New York's on their heels right now. Both
games in New York, Indiana looked good, and they really should have won the one. They really should be 3-1 right now going into New York again. It's so much, like, it's crazy how different the Knicks look in this series, because I love my Sixers, right? And I do full-heartedly believe that we did get the series stole from us, and that we should have beat New York. We were the better team in that series. However, New York matched up well with us because we were a slow-paced team. They were able to get breaks. They were able to get rest when we're, taking the whole shot clock for Embiid to do his thing and for Harris to airball layups. Like, they had a lot of time to rest. Indiana doesn't give you time to rest. They push the things. They're in transition. They're running. They're sprinting. I mean, they're just such a good matchup for the Knicks. I think they've hit their wall.
Yeah, I think they have too. Their backs against the wall, and they're playing like the exact opposite of the brand of the basketball that they want to play. So it'll be a fun game 5.
Even as Adam Silver attempts to get the Boston New York.
Exactly. Hopefully we can save it. I'm just saying. Cleveland, Indiana would feed families in the conference finals.
I really gotta say, this NBA playoffs has been, everyone throws around like the refs rigging games often. It seems like this playoffs has had more controversy with it.
Oh, it has, definitely.
Especially with the big market. I mean, Boston's gotten calls against Cleveland. New York got calls against Philly and Indiana.
Yeah, it just happened this game. I mean, at least in my mind.
I feel like Denver's been getting calls against Minnesota, even though they're not the biggest market, but they want Denver back.
Probably, yeah. But I guess we'll never know.
I don't know, man. Adam Silver is doing some random stuff.
Adam Silver's doing something, and Atlanta just got the #1 pick. Oh.
Yeah, dude. Okay.
Detroit's getting screwed, man.
The lottery, I feel so bad for the Pistons.
The Pistons are getting cooked.
I'm happy for Washington. They got the #2 pick. That's cool. That's great for them. I feel so bad for Detroit.
Detroit at 5 is crazy. But, I mean, at least it's not a top-heavy draft class.
The
and
fifth pick
nobody really
3 years
knows.
in a row, though.
Yeah,
3
that's
years
crazy.
in a row. Like, and they've been projected top three all 3 of those years. Like,
It's it's bad.
so bad.
I don't know what Detroit did to Adam Silver, but like this is crazy.
And then like the lottery is so funny to me because they bring Mark Tatum out of the dungeon one day a year, like 20 minutes to just announce picks, and then you don't see his
And then
name
he's
for
just
the rest
gone.
of the year.
Gone for the
He
rest
just
of the year.
disappears. He's gone.
Yeah, it's
The lottery in the NBA is just so funny to me.
draft ladder. It's not real. I didn't even realize it was happening yesterday. I'm gonna be honest.
And at like 3 o'clock Eastern too. It's like the weird.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't even know either.
Oh my
I just heard.
God.
I just. I read or like heard the Hawks got the number one pick. I'm like, cool. I guess I didn't even know what was happening.
Dude, Atlanta's probably gonna end up trading the pick too. I mean,
Yeah, there's so many ways that this draft can like go. To be honest, nobody knows. It's
It's a
not a deep
weird
class. It's a
draft.
weak
It
class.
it really
The
is.
Hawks have the number one pick. Like nothing makes sense right now in the draft.
Yeah, I assume at some point we'll probably end up talking about some draft, maybe making a mock draft and whatnot. Because I know we both pay attention to college ball, and then there's the French prospects in the draft, but we'll talk about them. To finish up, talking about our last series, Cleveland Boston, playing right now. I think it's Boston up 5 at half.
Let me check. I think it is. Yes, Boston's up 62-57 at half.
Okay. I mean, the Cavs have been keeping up, and they stole one in Boston. Game 3 in Cleveland was embarrassing.
It was. We need Allen bad.
I have a few concerns I want to discuss with you. You as a Cavs, right?
Mhm.
I have a few things I want to pass by you. Evan Mobley is getting smacked by Luke Cornett currently.
What
is wrong.
I mean, I don't know. I think right now he's more focused on producing on the offensive side to sort of keep up with them, but we're not keeping up defensively either. Sometimes, like 62, like when you score 57 and a half, like that's not bad, but giving up 62 is just that's not good because we're not consistent enough to keep up with that. But I don't know. We get adjustments is what really kills us. We don't know how to adjust sometimes out of halves, and it's just really bad. And when you're up against a team like Boston, who can create runs extremely quickly and keep up with that, it's just not good. And then Mobley, when he produces on offense, we win games. But if he's not able to do that, he can only do so much defensively to really keep us in the game. So yeah, it's either really hit or miss with him right now.
Mobley confuses me because he's like a positionless player who can't play any of the positions. He's not fast enough to play the 4. He's not big enough or physical enough to play the 5, and he's not like skilled enough to play the 1, 2, or the 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like he's so confusing. I'm not sure he's on
Allen being hurt, I think, is also really killing him because he's taking so much of the big man role now, which he had to do. But when you got Allen in there, he plays extremely big, at least for his size, because he's not a huge center, but he'll definitely go up and hang with the other centers in the league that are bigger than him. And so not having him is, especially when you're going up against Luke Cornett, who's not really the biggest center, but Luke Cornett's a weird player in my mind. Like, he doesn't do anything extremely too physical, but somehow he's just a monster sometimes on offense or on defense. But yeah, and so as long as he's able to produce offensively, I think he'll be fine in this series. But yeah, we just gotta find consistency in the offense and off the bench, because that's where we get killed as well. When Boston's bench goes crazy and our bench doesn't do anything, it's just brutal.
And then my second concern was with Donovan Mitchell. Okay. Because I don't know the extent of his injury to miss game 4. But you cannot miss this crucial of a game when I hate to keep bringing up the 76ers, but it's an easy comparison for this playoff specifically. Embiid played with one leg, half a face, and basically had a stroke on the bench and didn't miss a single game that series. Meanwhile, Mitchell has a calf strain and is missing a crucial game.
He's had that calf strain since, like, I think it was in the Orlando series, but I remember vividly he was limping after one play, and so I think it's finally caught up to him, which is crazy if it's been bugging him the entire series because he's played amazing throughout this entire postseason. So I think it's definitely really caught up to him, which really sucks. But I don't know the extent of the injury,
I feel
how
like
bad it's.
you can't miss this type of game when I think players have played through worse.
Until we hear more about the injury, because Allen got the same treatment, at
Yeah.
least in Cleveland fan pages, calling him soft and stuff like that. But I know he was to the point where he couldn't run or like raise his arm without it, like being in excruciating pain. But he's getting better. At least I saw. So hopefully he's gonna be back next game. But I think it said that if he was to play today, he'd be on minute restrictions. So I don't know. Who knows? I think if we were fully healthy, and then with Porzingis still being out, this is a way closer of games in general in a series than it already is.
It's just like the Embiid is such the easy comparison because I feel like that dude played like if
He does.
could
He
have
plays through a
sat-
lot.
he really could have sat out some of those games with the injuries he had.
Hmm.
I mean, he just came off of like a torn meniscus and then injures his meniscus in game 1 from the dunk, and then you find out he's got Bell's palsy halfway through the series, and then anytime
Yeah.
they come in on his face, it's like his face is just like half droopy, twitching.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
crazy.
he really could have sat out games, and he
Mhm.
didn't. Which, like, I mean, good for him. I do think he hurt us at some point because he didn't really get breaks. Nick Nurse didn't get any breaks. Which, to be fair, it's hard to like gauge that because we're so bad when he's not on the court, but then when he's on the court tired, we're just also bad.
Yeah.
So he has to play around that. But like, I feel like after seeing him play those games and still have like a 50 bomb with those injuries, some of these guys have got to play through more. Like some of these guys are soft.
Yeah.
Kawhi should have played. I know
Yeah,
he's
probably.
hurt, but come on, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Kawhi's like already set in his career at this point. I don't know.
He might just retire.
I don't know. I feel like at this point he feels like he's got his ring. I
He
guess
might just
doesn't.
retire. Like he might pull an Aaron.
He might just like not care anymore. He's got his ring. He's got his clutch moments and stuff like that.
I mean, he might pull an Aaron Donald and just retire early.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
I mean,
It'd definitely would be a Kawhi thing to do.
and another guys too. Giannis and Dame. How are they playing in that series when Embiid was playing?
Yeah, I know it was
Giannis, especially, bro. He gets praised for his toughness.
Would be, I don't know.
Like everyone calls Embiid like, oh, he's ducking, he's soft. Brother played through Bell's palsy in one leg, and Giannis sat out for like the smallest injury, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess nobody knows the extent of injuries.
Like if you're a Bucks fan, you have to be mad at those two for not playing.
I don't know, but as a Bucks fan, you've like haven't made out the first round back-to-back years now.
They should not have hired Doc Rivers.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was such a mistake. I watched Doc Rivers for 4 years.
It made no sense. Like they hired Doc Rivers and everything went downhill. You got Doc Rivers in the playoffs, no Giannis, no Dame. Like,
dude, I watched Doc Rivers for 4 years mess up my team. I knew what he was going to do.
That's nuts.
Oh man, dude, I think the last thing that I want to talk about, which is probably it's sad because it's coming to an end, but the rumors flying around that TNT lost the NBA media deal, meaning inside the NBA is going to end after this playoffs.
No, that cannot happen.
I'm literally like so sad because I think it's by far the best sports show in the world.
Mm-hmm. It's really entertaining in the playoffs. It's so the chemistry those four guys have. It's unreal.
You're not going to find a dynamic like that again. Yeah. Like obviously NBC, who bought it, is going to try to make their own show to replace it. You're not. You can't replace the dynamic. They already said Ernie already said he's going to stick with TNT, so he's not going to be on it. Chuck said he's not going to go on a new show if Ernie's not there. And the rumor is just Shaq just might full-time retire from TV. Like,
No,
it's so sad that this
it's
dynamic has been
tragic.
for so
They
long.
can. It's crazy. They can literally do anything in the show, whatever. Like they just do whatever sometimes,
So
and it's just
iconic, bro.
it's still so entertaining.
And then they get like the fan tweets as well, making fun of like
The
Chuck,
fan tweets are so
the
funny.
race to the
Chuck,
board, man. Oh, man,
Chuck
God.
is leveled in the in the fan tweets. It's crazy.
Like, I'm so sad that that's gonna be ending. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's tragic. Yeah.
NBA, do better, bro. Silver's
Mm,
gotta keep him around. Silver has
yeah.
to do something, bro.
What is Silver doing, man?
Like, here's the thing. Like, I get you don't have any control over like the media deal. They spent more money. Well, I guess he's a commissioner. He does. But like,
Hmm.
you gotta understand, so many people like the NBA because of that show, or learn about the
Yeah.
NBA because of that show.
Hmm.
You cannot lose those guys.
Hmm.
I feel like Silver's gonna pull some strings, maybe get him on like NBA TV instead.
Yeah. Hopefully he does, or else it's gonna be sad.
Silver's
He
gonna
doesn't.
lose a lot of fans if he
Silver's
loses.
gonna lose a lot if he does.
Maybe they bring Mark Tatum out of the dungeon to become commissioner.
Mark Tatum give Mark Tatum his own show.
Mark Tatum needs to make some guest appearances so we know he's safe.
Like what does he do besides the draft? I really want to
No
know.
idea, bro.
I swear he does nothing.
He has voice lines for NBA 2K for just the draft lottery.
They don't even have him voiced either, do they?
I
Or
think
do they just have it typed out?
Yeah.
I swear they don't have him talking.
they have his picture. That's it.
They have his picture and then the text either. That's so
Dude.
bad.
I feel, dude. Mark Tatum under.
I don't know. Mark Tatum might be getting the bag though, so like
He's probably getting a bag to do one thing a year.
he's getting the bag to do one thing. That's elite
Oh man, I want the job that Mark Tatum has.
for real.
Just announce draft picks,
Just announce draft picks and get your bag.
dude. For real,
That's easy. That's easy work.
light work. I think that just about all we got for this episode. Unless you got anything else here for us, Jared.
No, I don't got anything else.
All right. Well, as always, links are in the description. My socials, Jared's socials, the podcast on both YouTube and Spotify. You want to find us on there, whichever one you're watching on or listening on. Go listen on the other one for reviews on both. We are gonna keep up with our consistent schedule. We missed the 1 week. That should not be a frequent occurrence. I'm gonna use some words. We should be back weekly. This one should be uploaded on time as well. Our typical Tuesday, 7:30. Actually, wait, what day is it? Yeah, our Tuesday is
Yeah.
7:30. I think it was a Tuesday today. I'm like, wait, did I?
Oh my goodness.
It'll be on time. You'll see it. Yeah, you got anything else for us to end us off, man?
Nothing much. Make it a good week.
Of course, make it a good week, and we'll see you all in the next episode.
Indeed.